Teachers know that peer discussions are abundant with benefits for our students. For example, discussions play a key role in developing student feelings of autonomy, belonging, competence, and meaning, the feelings our students need to find intrinsic motivation for learning. In addition to increasing motivation, engagement in peer discussions furthers essential skills for learning, such as academic language and information needed for reading comprehension. However, not all students benefit from peer discussions during daily lessons. Teachers report common challenges, such as when discussions begin, not all students are ready to share. During discussions, student exchanges may not challenge misconceptions or build into interesting discussions. Some students may dominate discussions. Some students feel unsafe to speak out. Students may not listen to peers or reflect on their learning from discussions. We can address these challenges and many more by using our Equitable Academic Discussion Adjustment Console. Our console identifies specific levers that can easily be adjusted in seconds when teachers give directions for peer discussions. There are 3 steps to using our adjustment console. First, teachers listen for high-quality student responses that will equip students for future reading and writing tasks. High-quality student responses include academic vocabulary and complex sentence structures, information including evidence or background knowledge, and the thinking actions and products that result from discussions, such as questions, summaries, comparisons, and arguments. If any of these elements are missing from student responses, then teachers stop the discussion and adjust the directions to increase that element. For example, teachers may require students to use 2 words from a vocabulary list or a specific sentence stem. When making this adjustment, teachers may communicate the change by providing an example response without vocabulary and the sentence stem, and then a revised response with those qualities. Second, teachers look for equity in student participation and then make adjustments by assigning roles with specific purposes for the speaker and listener, rules such as requiring students to use certain vocabulary, turns, identifying who goes first in the group, the number of turns, and if there is unstructured time where one person can take multiple turns, and time. The teacher can control time during peer discussions, ensuring that there is time for thinking as well as listening to each student. Finally, when teachers ensure that students are prepared prior to starting the peer discussion and take time to reflect on their learning from the discussion, then engagement from all students increases. If teachers observe that some students are not contributing to or taking away ideas from the peer discussion, then teachers stop the discussion and adjust the requirements of roles, rules, turns, and time to increase equitable opportunities for all students. Third, effective communication methods ensure that all students understand the directions for the discussion. Teacher directions should always set the purpose, use concise steps starting with the action verbs students will carry out, and provide multiple representations to ensure all students understand the directions. When teachers adjust directions to address challenges, they often provide information such as models, definitions, or directions on how to use a help resource, and then check for student understanding of the directions. Let's practice using our adjustment console. While listening to peer discussions, the teacher notices student responses lack detail and information needed to understand the task that the students are about to begin. The teacher stops the students, offers a model discussion response, and then asks students to include the information from a fact card in their discussion response. The fact cards provide both the vocabulary and information that students need. After giving students a moment to select a fact card, the teacher asks listeners to jot down the fact that they hear in their partner's response. And then, during an open discussion, partners can provide compliments to each other, noticing the fact that was included in the response. The teacher also times each partner to ensure that all students have enough time to elaborate on their thinking and use the vocabulary and information from the fact card. When teachers adjust peer discussion directions to increase the quality of student responses, equity and participation, and then use deliberate communication methods, all students feel greater autonomy, belonging, competence, and meaning in every lesson. And students recognize the talents and interests of their peers. When academic discussions take place before, during, and after reading, students will be better prepared to engage with the text and take away greater meaning. In addition, you may find the quality of student written responses also increases. With so many benefits for students, it is time for our teachers to listen for high-quality responses, look for equitable participation, determine the elements to adjust, and then communicate effective directions. Make equitable academic discussions a part of your daily lessons by building your library of Agile teaching practices.